Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called Cryptic Puzzle by Will Power. Excuse me. And here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means in every cell in the grid, place a single digit from 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell region. We have killer cages, where numbers in cages sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage, and numbers may not repeat in cages. The number 10 is duplicated in 2 cages because blue lines can obscure it in some formats. So this is given a 10, additional 10, because that might be obscured. And this might be obscured by the blue line. So this is basically just saying that these digits add up to 10. So, for example, if we had a 3 here, this would have to be 7 because these two digits must add up to 10 because they are surrounded by a cage which has a 10 in the upper left-hand corner. And that's an example of how killer cages work. We have summing lines where the sum of the numbers on each blue line is the same. And the solver must determine this sum. So for every line we have, the sum has to be the same on each line. So if this line adds up to, like, say, 10, all the remaining digits in this puzzle also must add up to 10. And that's how these summing lines work. And finally, we have a crop key pair, where numbers with a black dot between them are in a ratio of 2 to 1. And not all possible dots are given. So, for example, if this were, say, a 2, this would have to be 1 or 4 to maintain the 1 to 2 ratio between them, because there's a black dot between them. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay. Well, we have this central box where we have 8 of the cells add up to 10 times 4, because these are all adding up to 10. So that means the last remaining digit must be a 5, because 45, which is the sum of the digits 1 through 9, which must be in every box, subtracting out 40 is 5. This pair is in a 1 to 2 ratio, and they add up with another digit to add up to 9. So this has to be either, it cannot be 3, 6, that's already 9 for those two digits, and then adding with another digit would mean that it adds up to 10, which doesn't work for that. And 4, 8 adds up to 12, which is already greater than 9. So this must be either 1, 2, or 2, 4 here. So we have a guaranteed 2 with 1 or 4 here. If it's 1, 2, this is 6. If this is 2, 4, this is 3. And we have 3 digits here adding up to 7. That requires that this be 1, 2, and 4. And this can't be, again, 2, because one of these has to be a 2 here. So this is 1, 4 here, and we're guaranteed a 2 here. To add up to 8, it must be 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. To add up to 9, it's 1 through 6. To add up to 8 again, it's 1 through 5 here. To add up to 10, it's 1 through 7. But if this were 1, 2, 7 here, the problem with that is that would eliminate 1 and 2 as possibility. Well, okay, that could work. Never mind. So the sum of these digits on the lines is less than 10 because we have one line here, which adds up to a sum, which adds up with another digit to add up to 10. So this has to be at most 9 for every summing line. So this cannot be 6 here. If this is 6, that would force this to be 1, 6 at minimum, plus 1 and 2. That already adds up to 10. And we know this doesn't add up to 10. So this has to be 3, which is in a 1 to 2 ratio, which adds up with 2 and 4 to be in a 1 to 2 ratio. This 2-4 pair eliminates 2 and 4 in the rest of the box, so this can't be 4, it's 1. That forces this to be a 2-4 pair here. So we have 3 and 2 and 4. We cannot have a 1 here. That would force this to add up to 7. 7 plus 3 is already 10, which this obviously cannot match. So no 1 here. Can it be 2? No, then that would be 6 plus 5 at minimum. So this is 5 at minimum, which means this has to be at maximum 4. So we cannot have 4 and 5 here. It's 1 with something there. It's either 1 and 2 or 1 and 3. Interesting. So what does that mean? If this is 1 and 2, this has to be 5. If this is 1 and 3, this has to be 4. 2 and 4 are here, so this cannot be 2 or 4 there. If this is 1, that would mean... Well, it can't be 1. Okay, so there's that. So this can't be 6 then. It can't be 5. Can you have 6 on the line? This is at minimum 1 and 2 since they can't repeat. So 1 and 2 plus 1 and 6 is 10. So this cannot be 6 here. The sum of these, what's the minimum sum here? It's 1 and 2 with 3 and 2. So that's 8. So this is at minimum 8, which means this is maximum 1 or 2. It has to be 2. So this must add up to, this could add up to, cannot add up to 10. But you could have 8 here or 7 here to add up to. Actually, how does that work? So if this is 2, that means this must add up to 8 as a line, right? Because 2 here means this is 10 minus 2, so this sum adds up to 8. So 8 is 2 plus 6 here. If this is 1, then this adds up to 9 here. So this must be 1 and 8 there. Interesting. These 3 cells see this cell here. And you're guaranteed a 1 in one of these cells, so this cannot be 1. Right? Because it has to be either 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. We are guaranteed 1 as one of these 3 digits, and they all see that cell, so this cannot be 1, it's 2. Which means the lines sum up to 8. So this must be either 1, 7 or 3, 5 there to add up to 8. And this is 2 and 6 for this line to add up to 8. Therefore, this must be 2 here, 3, and this is 1, 2 as a pair to add up to 8, which leaves this as 5, this as 4. Okay. This has to be 1, 3, and 4 here. So no 2 and 5. 4 is one of these. This is 1, 3 here. One of these pairs to add up to 1 and 3 must be, to add up to 8, must be 1, 7 or 3, 5, which eliminates 1 and 3 from the rest of the box. This can't be 1 or 3, it's 4. So there's no 4 here. That means these add up to 4. So these two must add up to 4. Since these two must add up to 4, that means 4 plus 5 adds up to 9. So this is 5, which makes this 1 and 3 to add up to 4 there. Okay. Okay, we cannot have... Where are 2 and 4 in row 9? Can't be here because of 2 or 4 in the box. Can't be here because of 2 or 4 in the 2-4 pair in the box. So they have to be 2 and 4 here. And 2 and 4 cannot add up to 10 with another digit. It would be 2, 4, which would require 4 there. So that's not going to work. So this must be a 2 or 4 here, and one of the 2 or 4s is in this box, or in this cage. We cannot have 1 here. Well, what digits can be here? It's kind of the question, right? This can't be 1, 2, 7, because that would eliminate all possibilities for that cell there. So this is not 7. You can't have a 1 here. If this were 1, the problem is these two would have to add up to 9, and that's already greater than the sum that this can be. Also, this has to add up to 8 here. This adds up to 8, so that's helpful. So 15 minus 8 is 7. So this is 7 there. This cannot be 1, 7, so it's either 2, 6 or 3, 5. It cannot be 3, 5 because of the 5 in the box. So this must be a 2, 6 pair. 2 can't be here because of 2 in the column. So that's 6, which makes that 2. Which means this can't be 2. That's 1, which means this can't be 1. So that's 2. This cannot have a 2 here. So we have to have 1. It's either 1, 3, 6 or 1, 4, 5. And again, so 5 cannot be here because of 5 in the column. 1 cannot be here because that would force this to add up to 9, which is greater than the sum of that line. This must add up to 8. And we can't have 2 because of the 2, 4 pair in the box. So it's 1, 7 or 3, 5. No 1 or 3 here, which means this can't be 5 or 7. That's interesting. We have a 1, 3, 1, 3 pair now, also in row 7, which means the remaining digits in row 7 are 5 through 9. Or, sorry, 5, 7, 8, 9, I should say. 2 eliminates 2 from being here. This can't be 1. Can it ever be higher than 2 is the question. I think the answer to that is probably no. This can't be 6 because of 6 in the row. These two digits cannot be 2 and 6, so this is also 1, 7 or 3, 5. Cannot be 3, 5 because of 5 in the row, so this has to be 1, 7. That means this can't be 1 here because of the 1, 7 pair in the row. This can't be 1. This can't be 1. So it almost guarantees this has to be 2 and 2, I think. Because this cannot contain a 2, so this must add up to at least 4 here, which does make this have to be 2 and 2 here. So we have 2 and 2. This must add up to 4, so that's 1 and 3, which makes that a 6. 5 eliminates 5 here. 3 eliminates 3 here, so that's 1, which makes that not 1, so that's 3. This cannot be 3 here, so no 3, 5. No 1, 7 remaining in this row. And this can't be 7. No 1 here. To add up to 10, it's going to have to be 2, 3, and 5 because we don't have a 1 available. So 2 has to be here, and this must be a 3, 5 pair here. Well, if we have 5 here, that's going to already add up to 8 by these 3 digits itself. So this can't be 5. This is 3, which makes that 5. 2 eliminates 2 here, so it's 4. No 5 available in the rest of this box. Where is the 5 in row 7? It has to be here. That leaves this digit as a 6. 3 eliminates 3 here, so it's 1, which makes that 1 and 7 to add up to 8. Okay. These 3 digits in this line add up to 8, and we don't have a 5 available, so it must be 1, 3, and 4. And this can't be 3 or 4, so that's 1. This can't be 3 or 1, so that's 4, which makes that 3. 4 and 6 add up to 10. 1 and 9 add up to 10. 3 and 7 add up to 10. 2 and 8 add up to 10, and 2 can't be here because of 2 in the row. So this is 8 and 2. There's no 8 there. This can't be 7 or 9, which makes that an 8. So there's no 8 here. These 2 digits add up to 13. It's either 4, 9, 5, 8, and 6, 7. And 6, 7, and 5, and 8 are eliminated because of the 6 and 8 in the row. So this is 4, 9 as a pair. 4 eliminates 4 here. So this is 9 and 4 there, which leaves the remaining digits in row 5 as 5 and 7. 5 eliminates 5 here, so it's 7 and 5. 2 eliminates 2 here, so it's 4 and 2, which does add up to 8. So that satisfies there. 1 eliminates 1 here, so it's 7 and 1, which eliminates 1 there, so it's 7 and 1. That should give us all 9 ones, right? Yes. 2s. We have all 9 2s. 3, we have 5 3s. That's not too helpful. 4s. I think it's best to probably go to the rows and columns and boxes with the least amount of digits, or with the most amounts of digits filled. This has to be 8 and 9 remaining in this lower right-hand box, and this can't be 9 because of 9 in the column, so that's 8 and 9 there. Remaining digits in row 8 then have to be 5 and 8. This can't be 5 because of 5 in the column, so that's 8 and 5 there. Remaining digits of row 2. We have 4, 8, and 9. This can't be 8 or 9 because of 8 and 9 in the column, so that's 4. So we have an 8, 9 pair now. Row 4, we have 6, 7, and 8. This can't be 6 or 7 because of 6, 7 in the column, so that's 8. This can't be 7 because of 7 in the box, so that's 6, which makes that 7. 8 eliminates 8 here, so it's 9 and 8 there. Remaining digits in column 2, we have 6 and 9. This can't be 6 because of 6 in the box, so that's 9 and 6. Remaining digits of column 7, we have, well, this digit has to be a 6. So that leaves this as a 5. Remaining digits of column 8, we have 6 and 8. This can't be 6 because of 6 in the row, so that's 8 and 6. Remaining digits in column 9 are 3 and 4, but we don't have that much information yet. Same with this upper left-hand box, it's 3 and 4. 4 eliminates 4 here, so that's 3, that's 4, which eliminates 4 here, so that's 3 and 4. That's 3 in the corner. We celebrate because we're close to solving in this puzzle. The remaining digit in row 1 is a 9. 9 eliminates 9 here, so it's 7 and 9. Remaining digit in column 4 is an 8. Column 5 is a 5. Column 6 is a 7. Remaining digits in column 1 are 8 and 9. This can't be 8 because of 8 in the box or row. So that's 9, that's 8 there, which leaves that as a 9. And this as a 3. And that's how you solve it. Pretty nice, actually. It flowed very well throughout. It was definitely really restrictive. I should have spotted this from the start to begin with, anyways. But I didn't, unfortunately, so... But we actually needed this information too, I think, over here, of what this could have been, right? So, I don't know. Maybe we wouldn't have been able to solve it that quickly, or maybe just this wouldn't have been able to basically gone anywhere without getting this portion too. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.